Hi, I'm Alex. This is my 1998 Ford Escort Gti. I've put a 2-litre Z-Tech in it. I've dragged it out of a bush and I made it to the car what it is today. So I bought this car, I think it was 2018, in October time. It ran and it had a decent Z-Tech N1.8 in it. It's a 3-door, non-sunroof model, but it started rocking out and failed an MOT, I believe 4 or 5 years before, been parked up by a friend of mine in London, just left for a while. He's got quite a few of these things. I think he wanted to get round to it one day, but knew I would quicker when I was asking around for one. So I promptly spent the next 4 months in welding in new floors, new seals, new rear arches, done bottoms of the wings, a bit of repairs in the boot floor. Put it through an MOT to see what it would fail on. I ended up doing everything underneath mechanically. So it's got new brakes, it's got bigger brakes on the front, the 300mm ones off the Mondeo with Focus ST discs. It's got standard drums in the back, full ABS, interior is half leather. But I've spent time over Christmas welding it up in the snow just to get it back on the road. We finally got it through an MOT and I drove it for about 18 months. In that time, I painted the front bumper with rattle cans, I've painted the rear arches with rattle cans, and I've just driven it. And then the head gasket went, so I thought maybe it's time to put something a bit quicker in it. Bought a 2-litre, put the 130 top end and inlet from the 1.8 on the 2-litre. Tried to get it running, and I couldn't get it running right. It was noisy and tappety. So I bought another bottom end, built it back up again, checked everything I could. So so after the head gasket went, we put the 2-litre in it, had loads of problems with the 2-litre. Bought another 2-litre off another friend who said it had been fully built, stripped out everything that was in there and put this fully built 2-litre with ported and polished head, reworked. I've done ARP bottom end bolts, ARP head bolts, drove it for a week, and then promptly the bottom end went. So I bought a new crank, I bought new pistons and rods and had them all checked, and I checked the block and the block was okay. So we did it all again, new ARP bolts, head bolts, new head, gasket, completely done it all. And finally, I've had this on the road now for about 1,000 miles. She's had her first oil change after 500 miles, and she seems to be good. I daily drive the car. I drive it to work every day. She gets me to and from work every day. Everything mechanically is all brand new. New wishbones, most of the suspension's brand new. I've put second-hand coilovers on the front. I've bought new shocks and we're getting springs soon because I just want to go back to shocks and springs for the daily driver. The coilover's just a bit stiff. The wheels come off another car that I bought from my partner. She didn't like them, she thought they were too aggressive for her little car. So I swapped the wheels over and got these. I thought they were a bit modern, but they seem to suit the car well. And I definitely can't afford Cosy wheels, so I don't think I think these are the next best thing, I reckon. She gets a lot of love. She gets a lot of interest all the time. Everyone's got a story to tell about their Ford Escort, or their dad had one, or their granddad had one, or it was their first car. I can't afford a Cosy, so this was the next best thing, really, isn't it? So that's my GTI that gets me around every day.